Welcome back, Barron Algebra. This week, what we're going to be working on is indicator 33. Last week, we did some review of some factoring, indicators 24 through indicator 28. And this week, we're going to be looking at unit 7, indicator 33. So if you have your notes out there, you can go ahead and take some notes as we work through this packet as well. So the first one's indicator 33 day one. See indicator 33 day one. I have some highlighted here in terms of what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at some excluded values. So if we talk about excluded values, basically that would be just taking the denominator and setting it equal to 0 and then just solving it. So we get 5x equal to 15, add your 15, then divide by 5, so x equals 3. So that would be a value that we'd want to exclude. Why? Because if we put that 3 in, and if our denominator equals 0, we can never have a denominator of 0. That means it's undefined. Okay? Another one that I want to look at is if we slide over to number 4 off of indicator 33, day 1, again, set the denominator equal to 0. So what we could do with this is take out a GCF, x squared minus 4x plus 3, and then we could binomial factor this. So you get x minus 3, x minus 1, along with that GCF. It's quadratic, so we know there's two solutions. So here we'd say x equals 3 and x equals 1. And again, we'd want to exclude those. We don't want those values to happen because we don't want that denominator to be 0. Okay, so that deals with excluded values. If we turn the page, look at indicator 33 day 2. On indicator 33 day 2, what we're doing is not only are we doing excluded values, but now we also want to solve and simplify these rational expressions. The ones that I have planned for that is if we go down to number 5 off of indicator 33 day 2. Okay. If we were going to state the excluded values, again, we'd want to set this equal to 0. So we get 10a equals 10. So a equals 1. That'd be our excluded value. But then if we want to try to simplify this, we could take a 10 out of that denominator and then leave it as a minus 1. And we still have a 45 up top. And now we could simplify that 45 and that 10. What would become of that is we could take 5 into both of those. So 5 into 45 would be 9, 5 into 10 would be 2. So a simplified rational expression would end up looking like 9 in the numerator and then 2 times a minus 1 in the denominator. So that would be our simplified rational expression along with our excluded value. If we go right beside that one to number 6, Number 6, again, the excluded value, we would set 7x minus 21 equal to 0. So 7x equals 21, x equals 3. Sorry about that. Again, that's an excluded value. We don't want that denominator to equal 0. But then if we want to try to simplify this, we could take a 7 out of that denominator and make it x minus 3. And then if we want to try to simplify, obviously 7 goes into 28. Then 7 becomes 1, 28 becomes 4. So we end up with 4x in the numerator all over x minus 3 in the denominator. And that would be our simplified answer. Okay. One more. If I go straight down to number 8. Number 8, exact same thing applies. I'm going to try to take 3x squared plus 6x equal to 0. Take out a 3x. I'm left with x plus 2 equals 0. So 3x equals 0, x equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, and then x equals negative 2. Again, those are excluded values. Simplifying this rational expression, I take a 5 out of the numerator, x plus 2. I've already simplified the denominator, 3x, and then x plus 2. And then we can cancel those x plus 2's. So simplified rational expression would be 5 all over 3x. Simplified rational expression. So what would I like you to work on between now and this coming Wednesday? We will have a Google chat on Wednesday. Is the worksheet that you have. Okay, it's indicator 33, day 1. I just have 4 problems for you. Okay, if you look on the back of day 1, you have 17, 18, 19, and 20. We'll go through, check these problems on Wednesday's Google chat, and then on Wednesday we'll have some more problems off of either MathSpace or quizzes. You guys have a great day. Email me with any questions, and we'll talk to you